So next concept that we learn now is called cost of, please write down heading in your notes, cost of annual trade credit. Cost of annual trade credit. Okay, so let's try to understand this concept first. You might see a question on the exam which will give you data like this. Let's say 2 by 10 net 100, find out cost of annual trade credit. So first we will have to understand what is the meaning of 2 by 10 net 100. What it means is that if you make the payment within 10 days, you will get a cash discount of 2%, else entire amount has to be paid back on day 100. Okay. So what we have to calculate is, if I do not take the cash discount, how much is it costing me on an annual basis? On an annual basis using compounding. There are two ways in which you have to solve this on the exam. The first way, which is not recommended, but just understand this so that you don't do this on the exam. The second method is a recommended and smarter method. Let's understand the first one now. This is time 0, this is time 10, this is time 100. Let's assume a hypothetical purchase of rupees 100. If I make payment on day 10, how much do I have to pay? 98. Else the entire amount I have to pay on day 100, which is of 100. Which means by deferring my payment by how many days? 90 days. I am paying extra 2 on 98. This extra 2 on 98 we want to convert to an annual basis using compounding rate. Okay. So how do we do that? Second clear TVM on your financial calculator. Second clear TVM. 2 divided by 98. 2 divided by 98 into 100. That's slightly higher than 2. How much? 2.04. So 2.04% is, usko वैसे रहने देना, don't do anything on your calculator. 2.04% is the cost that you pay additional for a period of 90 days. So for 90 days, 2.04%. How much for 365 days? So we cannot multiply because there is a compounding effect. So we will say 1 plus 2.04, don't do anything, 2.04% raised to 365 divided by 90 minus 1 into 100. So that number is there on your screen, 2.04. Now press the percent button. Try to do it with all the decimals. Have you pressed the percent button? Now say plus 1. So we have this value now. Say equal to y raised to x, bracket open, 365 divided by 90, bracket close, equal to minus 1 into 100. 8.53. If you don't like the formula, we could still get the answer using time value of money row. Let's do it again. Second clear TVM. 2 divided by 98 into 100 is your IY. That's 2.04 again. 100 is your present value. 365 divided by 90 equal to is your N. Compute future value. Your answer would be 108.53. 100 became 108.53. That means 8.53. These are the two possible ways in which you can do it. But on the exam, this can be a bit confusing, so you don't use this method. The second method is a shortcut method, and you'd really love this now. On your financial calculator, you would say present value is equal to minus 98. Future value is equal to 100. You would say N is equal to 90 divided by 365. Compute IY. 8.53. Is this easy? Yes. Are you finding the logic? What we are doing here is, we are telling our calculator that 98 became 100 in about 0.25 of the year. Roughly about 0.25 of the year. So n was 0.25. What was the rate? So it gave you that in 0.25 it became this much. Per year rate must have been 8.53. Let's try one more. Maybe this would make you comfortable. Let's say 3 by 15 net 90. Okay, what does it mean? On the exam, if a question like this comes, draw a timeline. This is time 0, this is time 15, this is time 90. If you pay on day 15, how much will you have to pay? 97. Else on day 90 you would pay entire 100. So present value should be negative 97. Yes, any question? Future value should be entire 100. What is the extra time period you get between this? 75 days. So your n would be equal to 75 divided by 365. And then you have to compute IY. 15.97. Easy? Do you want to try one more? Let's say 1 by 20 net 50. If you pay within 20 days, 1% cash discount, else pay entire 100 on day 50. So round figure 13%. Anyone else? 13.00. Good. Pranshu? Unlikely. 13? Yes, good. Draw a timeline like this. This is time 0. Hiral, this is, have you got 13? This is day 20. This is day 50. If you pay on day 20, how much you have to pay? 99. Else on day 50, how much will you pay? 100. You are getting extra period of how many days? 30 days. So present value should be minus 99. Future value 100. One of these we have to keep minus to avoid error 5. Okay, that's the logic behind minus, nothing else, to avoid error 5. N should be how much? 30 divided by 365. Don't forget to press an equal to sign here. And then we simply say compute IY. And then you get your answer as 13.00%. Are we okay?